Hello, welcome to another Daily Digest video. I'm Ross Merriam. Today I'm playing First, that's great. I'm playing Modern, also great. And I'm playing Gifts, Ungiven. Super complicated card in our little controlling shell. There's some artifact package in this deck. There's a lot of stuff going on. Just want to see how it goes, how it works. Hopefully I get to assemble Thopter Sword. And this hand, though, is interesting. I have a bunch of discard to go with my one land, so I do have some disruption, but I have nothing to do once I hit some lands, and the discard spells being tempo negative means that I'm going to fall pretty far behind on board if my opponent has a reasonable hand. So let's not keep, let's mulligan. Another one-lander, but we do have some better interaction. And once we find a blue source, it's near visions to dig for more lands. So on 6, I will keep. Opponent was kind enough to also mull the 6. Definitely don't want a Maelstrom Pulse. So let's see what our opponent does with their scry. And they bottomed. Okay. Let's play Hissing Quagmire. We have one half of the combo already, so we can make a gifts pile with Sword of the Meek and some other stuff. Opponent's going to probably give us the sword in that pile anyway. But we can get one card that we want. One is better than none. Land, please. No land. Thought sees you. What do you got? Got 6 cards. That's what they got. About to be 5. Oh, Jesus. This game is going to go quite long. And they already have 2 spreading seas. The thing is, if they spread my land, I get to Serum Visions, which is kind of cool. I think I'm just going to take the Cryptic. Eventually I'll draw out of these spreading seas, especially if they path something. But control deck is not the best thing to see here. They're gonna have egg on their face when I see Serum Visions next turn. Okay. Yep. Thanks for the blue mana, buddy. Ooh, another card I can cast. And there's a land. And another land on top. So I am going to top because I also like that Serum Visions. And play this land and not fetch. My opponent wants to Spreading Seas the Delta. That's also fine because my top card is a Swamp. Okay. And do I just play this Thopter Foundry? Probably not, right? I'll just play the Nile Spellbomb. I might just crack it now. I kind of want to find a land next turn to Gifts. But this might be a tough game just due to our inability to resolve threats. Pretty threat-light deck. We're going to have to probably put in some work with this Trinket Mage and some Snapcasters. I do kind of want to just pop this. Pay black. Okay. I could try to like save it for a Snapcaster Mage, but nah. I get to crack this fetch, which I want to get black man anyway after the Spreading Seas is done. Got an Ogre and Tomb here. And see what our Serum Visions can find. Kind of wish we had an artifact land in the deck to find with this Trinket Mage. But, ooh, there's a land, and there are some Snapcasters. Well, I like both of those. Still no real point to play the Thopter Foundry. And I guess if we need to, we can decay one of these spreading seas, but I don't foresee that being necessary. If we get hit by a third one, then we can't even cast a decay. Opponent just making their land drops. We know they have a Path to Exile, and that's it. Everything else is now new. Do I want to Snapcast Thoughtseize or Serum Visions? Kind of want to Serum Visions. I want to hit lands. Good chance this gets countered. But ooh, Spell Snare is a good answer to that. Very good. Yeah. Oh, we got another one. Maybe I'm supposed to EOT Gifts. Let that get countered, then untap into something. Please activate Colonnade. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Let's Fatal Push that. And now I can freely resolve Gifts Ungiven, which seems pretty nice. What do I Gifts for? I get maybe discard spells and the last Snapcaster and Sword of the Meek, so I can force that through. They only have 3 unknowns, and their hand must not be that good if they were so aggressive with this Colonnade. But I definitely just want to resolve it while I can. And I think discard spells are better than counters. They're just more efficient. And the last Snapcaster is obviously great. So let's go Snapcaster, Sword of the Meek, Inquisition. Oh, not Inquisition. Let's unselect that. Let's go Duress and Thoughtseize. Bam. Done. Kind of a weird pile. Never really sure if you're right piling with Gifts Ungiven, but this one sets up our combo, gives us some value with Snapcaster, and lets us tear apart their hand so that we can resolve our combo. Unsurprisingly, they put Snap in the yard. I assume we'll get a discard spell and a Sword of the Meek. Maybe they have some sort of main deck graveyard hate card to deal with the sword. That would be a tilt. But then we just tear their hand apart and beat down with some 2-power things. And maybe this land. Okay, they did what we thought. That's all I got. They have another land. So they have 3 unknowns in their hand. Thinking about leaving up 6 mana, do they really have 2 counter spells? And they just tapped out for Colonnade like that? That would be very surprising. I guess they could have had 1 and then drawn another one. Oh, Jesus, are they playing an Elspeth? I mean, okay. Oh, Rev for 3. That's better for me than them playing Elspeth, but still not great. I guess now I can just resolve both halves of the combo. Hopefully I draw a land. Land, please. Thoughtseize, double combo you. I kind of don't want to die to like Elspeth or Gideon. And I'm a little mana light for the combo right now. I think I'm going to just start off with a Thoughtseize. Okay, their hand is quite bad. Just 2 lands, 2 paths, a Snap that can target Rev, I guess, and a Verdict that doesn't really do anything. So let's just take the Snap and play a Serum Visions. And there's a land, and I guess I like the land, and I'm just going to take the Inquisition in case I need to, in case they draw a counterspell next turn. play this land and play the important half first. If they manage to counter the, like, draw a cryptic command and counter the sword, then I can Trinket Mage for a stupid artifact like the Maydek EE and use that to start the chain. Ghost Quartering my land. Well, that's fine. I will search, even though that does screw up the top of my deck. And let's play a Sword of the Meek. And that should just about do it. I even have the Pulse now to deal with some big Planeswalker. But it'll just take a little bit of time for us to get going on this. Sack this. Is it Cryptic Command? Oh, Jesus. Gonna interrupt the combo. Yeah, I got nothing for that. Always yield. Yes, I do. And okay, go to my turn. So I will once again be very conservative here. I'm going to Snapcast the Thoughtseize to make sure my Thopter Foundry resolves. Take 2 in the meantime. Target. I guess I can just target Duress. No, I want to take a Snapcaster if I find one. And once the combos assemble, my life total is irrelevant. Okay, this game has ended. Looks like they might have had an answer to our combo, but did not find it. I don't think this EE does anything. Pithing Needle on Planeswalkers could be relevant, although with a Rev, our opponent might not be on that version. I like all the counter spells. I don't really like these decays. Pushes have some value in answering Colonnade, but not a lot. Is Lost Legacy at all good? I don't think so. So if I cut 1 push, this is 6115. Do I want any? Oh, I definitely don't want Damnation. So maybe I'm just supposed to be keeping in all my pushes. Just because I don't really have anything better. I guess we are likely to see Stony Silence after board, so maybe I should leave in Decays to answer Stony Silence. I'm going to leave in... Very interesting. I don't want to be overly concerned with Stony because it's only 2 cards in my deck. I guess it does stop Nihil Spellbomb too, but... So it doesn't stop a lot. We do have counter spells. They have to find it before we assemble. If they play it early, we can Gifts for some other way to win. We do have some creature lands and some Delve creatures to do that, and Snapcasters. So it's not like we're otherwise devoid of ways to win. But 1 Decay seems fine. 3 pushes. Okay, a couple lands. Your missions to find more lands. Liliana is great. And Countersquall is great. So I'm definitely keeping this hand. There's a question of whether I Quagmire on 1 or Visions on 1. I think I'll just Visions on 1. Oh, yeah. Still think I want a Visions on 1. I don't suspect needing to use these counter spells early in this matchup. I think my opponent here is just getting some F6 value. This is also, if they Spreading Seas on 2, I'd rather they Spreading Seas this land than the Quagmire. I want both of these lands. And I will pass a turn. My opponent doesn't Spreading Seas. I'm just going to play Darkslick Shores on 2 so I can counter something and then Maybe Veil on 3 if the window's open. Maybe, but likely just Quagmire pass with mana up again. Well, there is a Stony Silence. At a certain point, I'm just going to go for Liliana with counter backup on 5 once I'm on 5 mana. Is that no second land? Interesting. Perfectly fine just passing back and forth here while I make land drops and they don't. They may end up having to discard to hand size. But in the meantime, we are getting significantly ahead. Oh, do hit the third land. Now we'll Serum Visions to try to find another land. Ooh, Crucible of Worlds on Tectonic Edge, you don't say. Countering this would not... Oh, they have a Queller. Okay, well, that is not entirely unexpected. I will let this resolve, and now I can just Liliana that away. So, we have effectively resolved our Liliana. It is immediately answering this Queller, which is nice. And now I will continue to try to find more lands. Yes, I would like to cast this. And if we untap with a bunch of counter spells and... Oh, there's a land. We don't need the sword. This Thoughtseize seems good. We should be in great shape here. Another Tech Edge is a little strange, but... Ooh, fourth land. Can't cast Cryptic Command, notably. Ooh, this is a Milling Click? Interesting. I think I want to Mana Leak this and then play Crucible. I definitely want to Mana Leak this so I can protect my Liliana. I kind of want to play Crucible, and then I kind of don't. I think I just want to... If I Thoughtseize and I can't hold up Counter Squall, but I do really want to Thoughtseize. What am I worried about at this point? Let's Thoughtseize. I can just Thoughtseize into Tassiger here, discard the Pithing Needle to Liliana. Oh, definitely getting rid of this Rest in Peace. And leaving them with 3 Supreme Verdicts. Maybe then I'm just supposed to not play this Tassiger. It's just going to die. Yeah. I will discard this Pithing Needle. Might play the Tassiger once we've gotten rid of most of their hand. I guess next turn I can actually just Crucible, Tech Edge them off of Supreme Verdict. Let's take out their Hallowed Fountain. That seems good. Kind of I want to keep holding up Counter Squall. I'll risk them drawing the counter spell here. What I really want to do is plus discarding this Watery Grave. Maybe this is bad. Okay. Discard this land. Okay. Now I can hold up Counter Squall and just EOT the Tech Edge. They're also down to 1 Verdict, so It's a good chance they discard it next turn to my Liliana anyway. And they should be very close to scooping this game up. I guess that was close enough for them. A lot of good anti-control cards in that deck. Discard, Snapcaster Mage, Liliana has this combo they have to worry about. So they brought in Stony Silence, cast it, and it just didn't do anything. And so just good threats. So we were able to pretty easily take that one down. A little help in there in game 2 with our opponent missing a third land. But then they hit 2 lands in a row after that. They just have these... I mean, they have 3 verdicts in their deck after a sideboard. That did not seem good. It definitely doesn't match up well if they've seen my list, which only has 6 creatures in it and the combo that they had already shut off with another card. So a lot of redundant cards in their draw there, and we were able to take advantage and take that one down. So hope you enjoyed watching that one, and you can come back and see me on Monday.